YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host TKK. Listen guys, thanks a lot for tuning into this video. Today we are going to be talking about the Sony Alpha 90 King. That's right guys, the 48-inch 2022 Masterclass OLED from Sony. I love this TV. And as you can see, looking at this picture right now from Steam, you've got my recent games. What does it say guys? Last 2 weeks, 11.1 hours put into Dragon Ball Fighters. Yes, I have played about 12 hours over the last 2 weeks using this TV and this TV alone, playing a competitive esports game with my son. So not playing people online, playing somebody that's sitting right next to me, testing out combos, reactions, and things of that sort. This has been an amazing TV. And listen, I wanted to take this video specifically to talk about this TV. So we're going to have some different gameplay. If you guys got some questions, make sure you leave them in the comments. We're going to get all this going right after this intro. All right, guys. So welcome back to the channel, man. Thanks again for all the support, likes, shares, subscribe, notification bell, all of that jazz. Getting right into this thing, let me start with talking about one of the most frequently discussed things within the videos that I've posted over the last couple of weeks about this TV, the matte finish. Listen, guys, this has a matte finish, not a glossy finish. Most OLEDs are going to have that glossy finish. This guy does not. It's a personal preference, in my opinion. For me, that works better. The reason that I say that is because this orientation that this is used right now is as a desk monitor. Okay, it's 48 class. It's sitting on my desk next to my 3090 Ti build, and I have a extremely bright dome light in the middle of this room. When this light's turned on my 48-inch C1, when I had that back in February, I got videos about that. I'll go ahead and card that in right now. If you want to take a look at my impressions of that, you can do so. But I used to always have this light just showing right in front of the middle of this TV or that TV. And it's not something that I have to deal with this. And so I know some of you guys will say things like, hey, the matte finish is going to really offset the quality of the picture. I don't think so. I think that the picture processing within this out of the box calibration, it just looks so good that I'm very well pleased with this. I think this TV looks a little bit better than my C2. Now, keeping in mind, my C2 is 55 class. This is a 48. And so sitting next to this, it's more welcoming to the eyes than with the 55 class. I try to make sure that unless I'm typing something or editing a video, that I do sit back a little bit further. But I love the picture quality on this. If you guys got questions about this matte finish, let me know what you think in the comments below. All right, man. So we got a Forza benchmark going right now. And that's a C8 Corvette, man. I'm aiming at one of those. Make sure you guys check out my car video I posted the other day with my Shaker Challenger. Had me and my boy, we had the Challengers out. But anyway, guys, listen, this thing has been amazing from a clarity perspective, from a brightness. It's just been really good, man. And in this benchmark, it's only like a minute and some seconds. I've got everything turned up. So me personally, guys, with this TV in mind, I got rid of the C1 and 48-inch because I knew this thing was going to be coming out. And I wanted something that was going to be pretty definitive from a content creating perspective. Also, I figured if it wasn't as good as gaming, it's okay, because most of the games that I play on this particular PC are single player AAA title games. So what's important to me is just having amazing graphical fidelity and also having the ability to just, you know, have good enough input latency for me to play single player games. And that's what this thing has been. So for any of you guys that got questions about if this thing really handles gaming good, trust me guys, it does. This thing is amazing. Best in class 48 class that you can get. Beats everything out there. The only recommendations I'd have would be if you're going smaller, 32, that's going to be the G8. That Samsung monitor is great. And then going higher in like a 55 C2, it kind of sets the bar a little bit in terms of like how it handles things and so forth. But this thing has been just great. We'll move on to the next. All right, guys, listen, this is like my favorite game to demonstrate on a TV. So when I get the A90K, please be ready for it too. So there's just something about this whole scene and everything within how this game starts up. The contrast, the shadows, the details, it's just amazing. Okay, so what I want to talk about here is just envisioning this being a 48 class. Now, I've had some people, some of you guys maybe that will see this video have asked me in previous videos about if I would recommend this as a bedroom TV. I don't know that I'd recommend this being so far away. If you guys are going to be sitting, in my opinion, more than like, let's say 7 feet away from this, I don't know that I'd really recommend this TV. This TV is $1,500 . And so to me, that is just too far of a distance for you to spend that kind of a money, in my opinion, guys. But for those of you that are like me, you're thinking about using this guy as like a game room setup where you know that you'll be sitting like 5-6 feet maybe away. Or like me, I'm on a desk. So if I'm typing, I'm like 3 feet away from this thing. If I'm sitting back head to foot playing a game like God of War, or where I'm at recording right now, the camera's like less than 6 feet away. And the detail is just so freaking phenomenal, right? So some of the things that I just noticed with this TV that pops, and that look different, even comparing it to the Samsung S95B, which is a superior panel. It's a superior TV, right? But this thing just looks so warm, like organically, it looks more warm, more in touch with what Kratos would look like. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not saying that this is better, but because I know some of you guys will get a little offensive when I say certain things the kind of way, but you know, this thing just looks really good. So just being this close to it is just phenomenal. Oh man, it looks so great, man. So kind of piggybacking off of a prior transition when I was saying that, you know, in this orientation, I would personally just be okay with playing games at a 60 frames per second ish. AAA titles, single player games like this. Personally, guys, I don't need more than that. I just need for the game to look the best. Like his beard, it's crazy. My camera's not gonna pick it all up. I'm trying to watch the viewfinder so that I can speak about certain details. My camera's not picking up all the details that's within this scene back here. Blew it out a little bit. So I'm trying to watch it and watch this panel at the same time. He doesn't look as orange, man. This looks like blood. I'm telling you. That's what this looks like. This looks like blood that's been smeared on him for days. It looks a little orangish on my viewfinder. This thing is incredible. All right, guys, this is Days Gone. Figured I would just let this run a little bit so I can talk a little bit more about some colors and things like that. This game wasn't well received, but I enjoyed it. I didn't play it until it came out on PC. It was actually something that I played when I got a gaming laptop last year, did a review on, and so I enjoyed it a lot. I like these single player games that I could just spend time and just not really worry about anything but just having a good time gaming. I've got this running at max settings. Of course, this is on PC, so 120 frames per second and all the bells and whistles turned up. All the quality looks pretty damn good on here, though.
She's been wounded. What's wrong with her? Well, she's not. Whatever the hell's going on out there, she's been stabbed. Okay, listen up, ready? If we don't get her to a hospital, she's going to die.
Excellent detail.
You got doctors, you got triage, you got a mass unit. Oh, I'm just a grad student. Okay, I got volunteers for this. I'm even supposed to be out here.
Those reflections aren't as bad as they would be if it was glossy. And look at that. It's giving me the God of War vibes. I like forests. Seeing forests, you can see so much details with shadows and such. Man, that looks great. This game gives me the Walking Dead vibes. Everything's playable on this thing, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love looking at text. I feel like everything is done really well. I have to recommend this. Honestly, to me, this is the best 48 class you can get. I don't know that I'd really recommend anything else. If you're looking for a budget and you want something that performs really good, the C1 is what I go with. But if you feel like, hey, you can afford it, you want to just go for that next level stuff, this is one to go with, guys. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace. God bless. Max love.